So 2 down. Derek King, the next up for the Padres. King recently taking home Player of the Month honors. 2 outs, base is empty. Not close with that one. And a count even 1-1.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
And it remains 2-2. And there's a ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Padres. Now it's the second baseman, Blaze Alexander. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw. Oh. Nicely done for the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop, gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
First pitch misses. That's down and in.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Ripped on the ground a second. Whips it to Casas. And that is the inning. Painter back to work. High fly ball down the left field line. Palacios ranging back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
1 down. And here is Derek King. 0 for 3 in this one. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
And that's outside. Guerrero, the runner at second with 1 away. That's towards center. Bellinger settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. 2 away now. And we're back. New inning getting started. Leading off, Alonso Allen. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Whips it to first. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. King, the next to hit. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. There's a strike. strike, 95 of that one.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success.
Now a blast to left center, way back there, on its way, out of here. His 29th of the season, and they close the gap. It's 11-8.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball game.
King with a nice showing despite the loss. Just one hit, but it did leave. Derek King getting ready. Blaze Alexander. Stands in now for the Diamondbacks. On the ground right side. 4, 6, out, 3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
In the dirt. Burns with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
Sends it across to first. Play is made. 2 out. 2 out. Space is empty. A little bit low. And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That's outside. And now 3-0. Fought off foul. Smoked on the ground a second. Whips it to Casas. Out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th. Now the D-backs catcher, Bo Naylor.
1-1-1.
Hard hit, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. 1 up, 1 down. Runner at first with no outs here. And a foul ball. The Padres off to a hot start this season, playing very well in the early going. Next offering is fouled back.
Yeah, going back to their early performance, Boog, that's the kind of thing that gets the fans fired up, and it gets the players fired up too. They start to believe it's going to be a big year.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Martin calls it in, and there's 1 away. Derek King, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 3 in this one. The other way. Brings it in, and that is that. King had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. Derek King getting ready. He's on an absolute 1 down. Alonso Allen stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0-1. On the ground, could be 2. Slings to second. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. So up next, Derek King. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that's down and away. The Padres have raced out of the gate to start the season. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 3. Two out, space is empty. Check swing. He went. And that's strike 1.
All ones the count.
Fastball is outside. That one misses. And a count 2-1. Just missed.
Inside.
Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. Gets under and pops it up. Casas on the move. And that is that. Nothing doing. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And a foul ball. And the right-hander deals. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Last half of inning number 5. Foul ball, still 0-2. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground, right side. 4, 6, 3, but he beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the
throw to first, and he's back in safely. Caught him looking for the K. 2 outs, runner at first. And now the center fielder, George Valera. On the ground. And that one handled. Over to first. And that'll do it. The runs. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Brian Baker.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one is lifted in the air. Martin going after it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
King had a home game for them.
Didn't light the world on fire, but he held up his end today. I'm sure he'd like to have a better game, but a win is a win.
Derek King ready to put on one down. Now it's the power speed combo. Derek King comes into this one with more homers than anyone in the National League. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one.
He's
over
out.
to first, safe.
No, he's in there.
Runner at first with two away. Digging in, Fernando Tatis Jr. Runner takes off. Squirted out into left. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's a one-run game.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
First and second, no outs. Now it's the DH, Weston Wilson. Grounder might be two. To second, there's one. Relay to first, double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Line drive. And it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Jamison checks the runner. King dives back in safely. The Padres are looking very strong so far this season. Man at second. Runner takes off for third. In the air to left center. Martin sizing this one up. He makes the grab. And there's one away.
Yeah, when a team's winning at this kind of pace, Boog, the vibes are great. I was on two different teams that had a .600 winning percentage or better in the first month of the season, and both of them went on to win the division.
One out, runner at second. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Pickoff throw. King
He's
back
safe.
in on a dive. Now back to second.
He's safe.
King, the runner at second with one away. Back to second one more time. And this time he gets him. Jonah Heim stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 2 outs. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is that. 2 left on. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Padres 2. Back here in San Diego, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's some real power at the plate. Derek King. Jamison back to work. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And out number 1 on the grab. Next to hit, Derek King. 1 for 3. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Home run number 30 on the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 8-4. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here's the second baseman, Derek King. He's already homered here in this one. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Around first, digging for two. The tag, and that's the ball game. King hit his 30th homer of the season in this one. Derek King getting ready. He's on it. Now it's the power speed combo. Derek King. King with a homer in his last game.
1-0.
Next offering is fouled back. 1-1 now. Fought off foul. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. Out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Cam Smith next up for the Cardinals. Right side. And that one handled to first. And that is that. An inning in the books tonight. Nobody out. Runner at first. Way inside, and that hit him.
Right there. First base.
First and second. Foul ball there. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Inside, almost got him.
Ball 2. That's ball 3.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Kicks and deals. Swing and a ground ball. Weatherhold. They take the force out. Third out, and that ends the frame. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Matt Wallner. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Throws to first in time. Back here in St. Louis, we go to the top of the 7th, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Derek King. That one fouled off.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one.
And a foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That smash towards center. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one down. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
And that is out of play. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Just missed.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
And he gets tied up right there.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Line drive, and it goes just foul.
Just couldn't keep it fair down that right field line, and with his speed, if that's a fair ball, it's 2, maybe 3 bases.
Outside low, and it's 3-2.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Hit in the air, right field. Wallner makes the grab, and there's one away. King had a game to forget.
Certainly a frustrating game at the plate.
Derek King getting ready. So 2 down. Derek King, the next up for the Padres. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Inside, 1-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And that one is inside. 2 out, space is empty. On the ground to third. That ends the frame. First and second. No out. King did a good job in the win. Just one hit, but it did leave the yard.
Well,
And the batter will be the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. And that's way high. And we're underway here this afternoon. Well struck left field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ketel Marte up to the plate. On the ground, right side. Betts whips it to first. One out in the top of the first. And now batting, Mike Trout.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
This one in the air, center field. Montgomery under it. Drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. The relay.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the fence. He might have just missed it right there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
And first offering is fouled off.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. 2 outs. That one ripped. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Jose Ramirez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swung on, belted. Gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 3-0. Mason Miller on to pitch here.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
David Ortiz stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a miss, and 1-0-2 on the radar gun. And now 2-1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Hit hard, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. So digging in, Manny Ramirez. Cut on and missed at 101. 0-1. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field, and that'll do it. Back here at El Diamante, here's Shohei Ohtani. That clips the corner. The schedule is always a topic in the GBL. How could it not be? You play 28 games against 7 other teams, and the top 4 advance to the postseason.
Exactly. 18.
Oh, diving stop, but safe at first despite a terrific stab there. So up next, Elly De La Cruz. Swinging a foul straight back. What's the impact of this type of schedule?
Well, you don't get many extra chances, that's for sure. And you can't have a bad series against a bad team and figure you'll just make it up later.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. First offering misses badly for ball 1. It kind of sounds like you're saying this format feels like the playoffs right from the start of the season.
It does, Boog, and obviously no one is getting eliminated right away, but you can't afford a losing streak either. Only 4 teams make the playoffs, and there's always tough competition for those spots.
Mookie Betts now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Outside low, 1-1. And Mookie takes. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2-2 the count.
Next offering is downstairs. Fans another. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Cole Sands.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Up the middle, bare hand grab, gathers and throws, and they get the out.
He had more time than he thought right there. Probably didn't have to barehand it, but he made it look nice, that's for sure.
Ted Simmons in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one ripped right center field. And that gets down into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. And he's got himself a triple.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job to take that inside pitch and pull it into the gap. He could have easily spun off of it or just been tied up. He stayed short to the baseball, and he was thinking triple right out of the box.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Right-handed reliever. And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki sizes this one up. He makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. He scores on the sac fly, and they lead by 4. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the inning, and here's the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. Out to short, Witt. Now a jump throw. Nicely done for the out. And here is Braden Montgomery.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. So 2 down now, and here is Connor Griffin. Clips the corner. It's 0-1. Swings through that.
0-2.
Strike 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Here's Mike Trout. That one at triple digits.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball. Zips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Here's Juan Soto.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
On the ground. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. Now it's Jose Ramirez.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Out to center. Griffin sizing this one up. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Back here in Lima, here's the third baseman, Matt Shaw. Skeens back to work. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. And a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Got him swinging. And here's the catcher, Ethan Salas. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And a strike in there.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Fly ball center field. Puts it away for the out. So it's their last chance in this one. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. First pitch, and he just misses. Fastball for a strike. Lifted to left, and that should do it. That's the ball game. A 4-0. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Swing and a foul out of play. On the ground to third. Whips it across. One up, one down. Here's Ketel Marte.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Late swing. Foul to the left.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That one is back. And it is gone. A towering shot to center. It's 1-0. Mike Trout, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. This one lifted in the air, left field. Santander makes the grab, 2 down. Juan Soto now.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other.
This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Hodges. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the first. Now at the plate, Bobby Witt Jr. In there at the knees, and it's 0-1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And now Jose Ramirez. That misses. Ball one. And that skips in the dirt. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Here's Shohei Ohtani. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Got him. Strike. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Emmanuel Clase.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up. Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And it looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now the left fielder, Manny Ramirez. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a three-run game in the blink of an eye. This one in the air, right field. Ohtani under it. Puts it away for the out. One away. Taking a look at this stadium, it is obvious they did their best not to block the views beyond that center field wall.
Yeah, that would have been a huge mistake. The triple decks in left and right are well worth keeping those views clear in center.
Mookie Betts now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
0-2 is the count.
Hard hit left side. Slings it across. Mookie retired, 2 down. Here's the catcher to hit, Ted Simmons. This guy's kind of a unicorn in today's game of baseball. It seems like we're seeing fewer and fewer switch hitters, and he is elite regardless of the side of the plate he's hitting from. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it, and that is that. Back here in Egypt, here's the center fielder, Carlos Beltran. And that's in for a strike.
Yeah, he's so fun to watch as a hitter. Bats from both sides of the plate, and he's so rare in that he really makes a lot of contact batting both righty and lefty. And, you know, it takes a ton of time in the cage to maintain both of those swings.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And now the first baseman, Gil Hodges. That one's in there. It's 0-1. And that's in there at the knees. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, Boog, a home run here would certainly change things. Maybe bounce one off a hot air balloon or send one to the excavation site in center.
Two out, space is empty. Just missed. Swings through it for the. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound, Aroldis Chapman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Left field, way back there. That one's carrying. Gone. Ketel Marte up to the plate. He's already homered in this game. That one not close. Ball 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Foul ball.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
Out to short. to first, and one away in the top of the third. Here's Trout. He's 0 for 1. And that one wrapped foul. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. One down, base is empty. And now 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's 1. On Soto, doubled in his first AB. Fouled off left side. Swings through that one.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. That misses. And that is ball 1. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Ramirez in pursuit. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts. Anthony Santander at the plate. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He's now struck out 8 in a row. Now only 1 out remaining. Ted Simmons in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's a ball and a strike. That's down and in. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And that's a foul ball. 1 strike away. That misses the zone. Full count 3-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
In a 3-inning game, a 2-0 win can sort of
Welcome to a stadium with one of the best views in the GBL. This is Farrows Field. The show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's Texas going up against Cairo. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just a little bit away from first pitch. And today's starter, Jordan Zimmermann.
Boogie brings a ton of confidence with him to the mound. He's looking for good at-bats and a few runs from his teammates, and he's hoping to take care of the rest to make sure they come away with a win. If he's on in this one, it's going to be a real uphill battle for everyone else.
A dive, and he can't haul it in. Witt around second. And he'll get there as he kicks off the ball game with a triple. Runner at third, nobody out. Here's Ketel Marte. Lined, and that's a base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And that one is lifted in the air. Beltran sizes this one up. Squeezes it. One down. Here's Juan Soto.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Marte, the base runner at first with one out. To first, might be two. Witt for one. To Hodges in time. That's it. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bobby Witt Jr. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. The shortstop takes a ball.
I got a ball, one strike.
Swings through that one for strike two.
One ball, two strikes.
And misses inside. Got him. Now one away. Now it's Jose Ramirez. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. One out, base is empty. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working. Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish, and that drops in for a strike. Top of the zone for a called strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Fans another. Second inning set to go. Here's Jose Ramirez. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there. Long gone. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0. And here's the first baseman, David Ortiz. And it's fouled away. In the air, left field. And there's one down. So digging in, Manny Ramirez. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Ohtani hauls it in, 2 away. Here's Mookie now. That one is absolutely belted. And forget it. A solo shot. It's 3-0. And now the switch hitting catcher, Ted Simmons. On the ground, right side. Makes the sliding stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. But 2 round trippers in this. Long ball was working. It's now 3-0. We'll return to Farrows Field in Cairo after this. Whips it to first. And quickly one away in the second. Gil Hodges will hit next. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
So here's an interesting note on Glasnow. He's been known to look at photos of people he doesn't like before it starts. It's a way for him to kind of get angry, and then he carries that anger out to the mound to help him pitch. Sounds like a good strategy to me, but I wonder who he's looking at.
Next offering is fouled back. Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Got him. We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound. Felix Bautista. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Witt stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Bautista, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
RBI single his last time up, and there's a ball.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
And that one in the air, center field. Beltran under it, brings it in. Out number 2. And now batting Mike Trout. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
The next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Ramirez. The throw to first. That's out number 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Glasnow ready and deals. He goes down looking. Anthony Santander at the plate. There's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-2 is the count.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out. Here's the catcher, Ted Simmons. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Just missed. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Fouls one off. 2-2. This could end it. Line drive. Witt. And that'll do it. The shutout. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Wild Bunch going up against the Soul Singers. And we'll be back with the first pitch. And now the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. That one the other way, and base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside.
Runner takes off. This one chopped up the middle. In plenty of time to first. They get the out on Marte. Here's Mike Trout.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That one out to right. Soler gets under it. Makes the grab for the second out. The relay to third. Juan Soto now.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1.
Just missed.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. Gary Simmons with the call. And he hits a ground ball right side. They get the force, and that will end the inning. Bottom of the first. Now here is Bobby Abreu. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. There's the strike.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jerry Hairston Jr. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Jorge Soler up at the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That one missing inside. 2 outs, base is empty. And the slider just misses. And that's in there for a strike. The slider that finds the mark. Swing and a miss. Devin Williams takes over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Here's the left fielder, Manny Ramirez.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Lifted in the air, right field. 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Mookie Betts.
The second baseman, Mookie Betts.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Headed towards the corner. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. So the lineup flips over. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. There's the strike.
0-1.
And a swing and a miss there.
0-2 is the count. One ball.
In the
2
dirt.
strikes.
Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Betts, the runner at third. Simmons on at second with 2 down. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. 1 runs in. Tag, and he's out at the plate. They limit the damage here. Back now at Singer Stadium, and here is Michael Conforto. Bounce to the right side. Betts up with it. Throws to first. And a quick out, number 1. Gleyber Torres stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
0-2.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Batting 6, the first baseman.
Dick Allen stands in here and leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive. Makes the grab, and that'll end. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Mark Leiter Jr. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Base knock, center field.
Wastes no time there. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Here's Trout. That's
Well, that's off the
outside,
plate.
and that's ball 1. The other way. That's a base hit. And out to aboard. Marte around second. And now it's Juan Soto. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Line drive. Leaps it. He's got it.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. In the dirt, but kept close.
0-1.
On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1.
He's up.
Over to first,
He's
safe.
in.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
David Ortiz now at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. First
That's a
pitch
ball.
misses.
1-0 count. Look
Count
for him to be
1-0.
aggressive here. You got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
Next
That's
pitch
ball
misses. And the count now 2-0.
2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And
That's
another
ball
ball.
3 balls, no strikes.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Bangs off the wall. Runner in from third to extend their lead. Relay throw to second, and he's out. Back here in Seoul. Now the third baseman, Jordan Lawler. Swinging a drive deep right field. Going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now, Pudge Rodriguez.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Next offering is in for a strike. One out, base is empty. Liner to second, it picked on the hop. Betts whips it to first. Now only one out remaining.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
One strike away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
This isn't a pitcher that softens up when he starts to show signs of fatigue. I mean, his stuff stays sharp. Makes these at-bats more difficult than...
Got him, and that's the ball game. The shutout. Greetings from Singer Stadium in beautiful Seoul, South Korea. Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's Texas taking on Seoul.
And now, please welcome
First pitch coming your way next.
Singer.
So just about set now. Today's starting pitcher, Cade Horton.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Jr.
Witt Jr.
And a foul ball. Up the middle, Hairston. On the run, throw to first.
He's out.
And very nicely done for the out. Here's Ketel Marte. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that's ball one. There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. And it's gone. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 1-0. And now batting, Mike Trout. Late swing fouled off. Chris, we've seen relocation take place in the Global Baseball League. The Lemurs moved away from Madagascar before landing in Lima. You think we'll ever see league expansion instead of just relocation?
Well, that's a good question, and I think I know the answer. My guess would be yes.
Here's Juan Soto. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. Torres fires over to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching GBL Baseball from Singers Stadium in Seoul. We go to the bottom of the first, and now the center fielder, Bobby Abreu.
That's a ball.
Outside low, 1-0.
I think it makes sense for the league to expand. The Global Baseball League wants to live up to its name by being global, and I'm sure they're cooking up ways to expand to Antarctica or Australia sooner rather than later.
As someone who travels to these games, my vote is swing and a miss, struck him out. And the batter will be the shortstop, Jerry Hairston Jr. He was late there, strike one.
0-1's the count.
That one in there across the letters.
0-2's the count.
The shortstop takes a ball. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Jorge Soler up at the plate. Fastball for a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Ortiz should have this one. But there's no play. That's an infield single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often, but right there, somehow he got it to drop.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Emmanuel Clase.
Power slider guy, Boog. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
Fouled off. He was late. Singing, one thing visiting teams always chat about before playing in this stadium is the dimensions of the outfield wall. Doesn't take much to hit one out. Inside, almost got him.
Hey, 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a 1-2.
Yeah, only 307 down the left field line and 325 in right. It's a great park for right-handed pull hitters, and the deepest part of the park doesn't take up much space.
This is a hitter's park, no doubt. That one ripped. Back there. Out of here. So he blasts one out the other way. It's 2-0. And now the first baseman, David Ortiz. And that is out of play. Up and in, and it's 1-1.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He muscles that one out the opposite way, and they add a run. It's 3-0. Stepping in, Manny Ramirez. That's towards center. Abreu settles underneath it, brings it in, and there's one down. Felix Bautista taking over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's not coming back. Their third home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 4-0. Ted Simmons digs in now. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they boost their lead. It's 5-0. Now here is Bobby Witt Jr. Hit on the ground to short. And he'll be safe at first. Ketel Marte up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Witt over at second, one down. Runner goes again. Squirts away a little bit. No throw. Safe at third. It's a stolen base.
Heads up base running right there.
Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. Another homer. They are unloading here. Their fifth homer of the inning. It's 7-0. Now Trout gets a chance to hit. That one hit to right. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for two. And that's a double.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Ball 2.
And another ball.
2-0.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
Drilled out towards left center field. That one's got a chance. Leaping, and it's gone. And they add a couple more. It's 9-0. Base is empty, one away. Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. Ripped on the ground to second. Torres over to first. And Ramirez is set down. And here's the first baseman, David Ortiz. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Abreu sizing this one up. Makes the catch, inning over. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road.
High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Well, he was ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it, hit it hard, had the distance, but just too much hook to it. So might want to make a little bit of an adjustment, let it travel a little more, and see if you can keep that thing fair.
Jordan Lawler in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And strike 2. Scale of 1 to 10. How good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was.
Fans another. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now here is Manny Ramirez. Efros back to work. Down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Smoked on the ground a second. Sends it to first. One up, one down. Here's Mookie to hit. Outside. Ball one. This to third, and that's just foul. Cut on and lifted in the air, and that drops foul. That misses the zone, and that's ball two. Out towards left center. Hauls it in for the out. And there's two away. Ted Simmons, the next to hit. Liner, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And now the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr., 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Simmons off of first with two away. Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. And now it's even 1-1. Now this is in the air down the line. And a foul ball. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Ground ball up the middle, collected by Torres, fires over to first. They get the out on Marte. That ends the frame. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Pudge Rodriguez.
Boog, there's an arcade down that. First baseline, and the way this game is going, I'm starting to wonder if we would have been better off having these teams play skee ball or something.
And that's in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Ortiz settles underneath it, hauls it in for the out. Now the left fielder, Juan Soto. hammers that one deep left field and forget it. One out, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Bobby Abreu. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So they're down to their final out. Jerry Hairston Jr. will hit next. Inside corner for a strike.
0-1.
Two outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Good eye in that spot. Ground ball, and this should do it. On to first, ball game.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays. Great performances all the way around. Just one run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
9-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining. Now it's going to be Shohei Ohtani. And that's in for a strike. And we're underway. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Strike three. Skeens sends him packing. Elly De La Cruz now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Swing and a miss. That one at 1-0-1. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Now, Seiya Suzuki. Strike one. 2 outs, base is empty.
0-1's the count.
Lined, and that's a base hit.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Now it's Mookie Betts. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper.
0-1.
Late on that fastball.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The rare K for Mookie. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, Boog, the story's been told that Yamamoto's bag of tricks is an actual bag that he carries around. Inside the bag, he keeps a yoga mat, wooden blocks, tiny soccer balls, and mini javelins. He uses all of that just for his warm-up routine.
Breaking
2
ball
balls, 1
inside.
strike.
2-1.
Yamamoto's warm-up includes doing headstands and walking on his palms. He uses blocks to work on body positioning, hurls mini soccer balls into a wall to warm up his arm, and then heads to the field to throw mini javelins. I don't think anyone else is stealing his pregame routine anytime soon.
In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. One out, base is empty.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And that one ripped to left. And a base hit.
Batting first, the right field.
Here's Mike Trout. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Marte around second. Headed for the plate. Now a relay to third, and he's in there. And a run comes in to score.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Juan Soto, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Into center and a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Jose Ramirez in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Headed towards the corner. Suzuki brings it in with a nice running grab.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And there's a foul ball.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Ground ball right side, and that one handled. That's the third out. Inning over. And we're back. Top of the second, and now the first baseman, Nick Kurtz.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That one off the mark, and that is ball 1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And there's one down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
And now, Brayden Montgomery.
The center fielder, Brayden Montgomery.
That pitch clips the outside corner, and that's strike 1. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Connor Griffin stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one at triple digits.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out. Mason Miller comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one hammered. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a leadoff double. Runner in scoring position. No outs. And now it's going to be Mookie Betts. On its way to the corner. Suzuki running hard for it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Corrals it. 1 away. Digging in, Ted Simmons. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That one missed. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Man at second. Up the middle. De La Cruz fires to first in time. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. Applies the tag, and they get 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Matt Shaw. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
There's a sinker at the knees for a strike. Gets a piece and stays alive. Strikes him out with 100. Here's Shohei Ohtani. First offering, and it just misses. Shaw, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Next offering is in for a strike. In there, got him looking for the K. And they're down to their last out. So up next, Elly De La Cruz. Struck out swinging his first time. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. They're down to their final strike. Skeens is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
In a 3-inning game, a 2-0 win can sort of feel like a mini blowout. Nice job to jump ahead, and a great job by the pitching staff to shut them out.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.